Tavuli News today, Parliament adjourns for budget scrutiny. Send-off service held for former Malaita Premier Daniel Suidani. 21 new police prosecutors graduate today. And in sports, St. Nicholas named the 2025 Bulkshop Secondary High School futsal champions. Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa Osifelo. First up, Parliament will reconvene on Monday, 24th of November 2025, after the Public Accounts Committee completes its review of the 2026 Appropriation Bill. This follows Parliament's approval of a motion of special adjournment moved by Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele. The Prime Minister said the adjournment will allow the committee time to scrutinise the national budget, an important step in ensuring transparency and accountability in the use of public funds.
I've said it's critical not only for the government and the opposition, but for our country in terms of service delivery going forward. So we look forward to that report from the Public Accounts Committee when we reconvene on the 24th of November. On that note, I would like to appeal to all our public servants to continue to work effectively, honestly and with integrity and professionalism as you all continue for serving our country, Blamey and Solomon Islands. Governments come and go, but the public service remains, and they are the permanent government, as we have heard during the debate on this bill.
Prime Minister Manele emphasised that when Parliament adjourns, its work continues through committees such as the Public Accounts Committee, describing the process as Parliament in action. Prime Minister Manele said the 2026 national budget will focus on economic recovery, job creation, service delivery and rural development, while addressing the rising cost of living. Parliament is expected to resume on Monday, the 24th of November 2025. A send-off service was held today, Friday, at the All Saints Parish in Honiara for former Malaita Premier, the late Daniel Suidani. Members of Parliament, development partners, friends and family gathered to honour the life and legacy of a leader remembered for his strong faith, principles and dedication to the people of Malaita Province and Solomon Islands. The service also reflected on the late Suidani's efforts to uphold traditional governance in Malaita during challenging times. Speaking to Tavuli News, Celsius Talifilu, who served as the late Suidani's advisor and close friend, reflected on his life and described him as a leader who will be greatly missed.
The late Honorable Daniel Suidani, whom I've worked with, at least close to 3 years. Like I've said in the eulogy, Daniel is a very special person in terms of his leadership. He has withstood a lot of pressures because of his views, because of his approaches in regards to provincial politics, national politics, and to an extent what we now experience a lot, has been talked about a lot in terms of geopolitics. And one thing is important, and I think it's worth sharing, is that in this region, in the Pacific, mainly in the Solomon Islands, it has not been the experience to see a provincial member climb to this prominency. I think it's a testimony of his, where he approaches development, leadership especially. He has shown that good things is everywhere. It can be within anyone. The challenge, as has been the case, is to express yourself in a way that people related to it, in a way that people can vision, a new way of doing things and looking at things. So Daniel, in my experience as his political advisor, has that personality of being able to stand for his principles, of being able to relate to the people, especially those whom we always refer to them as grassroots or the bulk of our. I think me personally, what me find him Suidani now, he knows himself a tradition, yeah, and he's using what principle or tradition in governance. And what me find him now is a good listener, yeah? And him seek him clarities on matters where me find him difficult to him. So I can only say that that's the kind of characteristic me like him on leaders, that to able to work with the professional people. And Suidani has that, we will share him that one that, with a story, share ideas, and question him. You have to question the establishment. You question him what establishment below country, where establishment by laws, believe me. How have they been working? Are they providing the kind of expectations people like him? If not, what now you should do about it? I think that now me very inspired about him. But just question how things are and find opportunities to make them better.
The late Daniel Suidani's body was transported to Malaita province today, Friday. The Malaita Assembly welcomed his arrival at Auki Wharf this evening before proceeding to the Assembly chambers for a tribute service with provincial leaders, colleagues and friends. He is expected to be laid to rest on Sunday at his home village in Baigu, West Fataleka. A 6-week training program for new police prosecutors has ended with a graduation ceremony. Police officers from all 9 provinces took part in the training, which aimed to equip new police officers with legal knowledge and strengthen the capacity of police prosecutors. A total of 21 officers completed the program, 12 from the provinces and 9 Honiara-based units.
So this first 6 weeks training we have just finished and close today. The best plan is for me fala training new prosecutors, and the objective of this fala training is for me fala training of the new police officers, where about become prosecutors, for the understanding the law and not understanding the processes where me fala as prosecutors, me fala sabe do inside law. Yeah, and also one main objective plan too is for me fala garem more prosecutors, because the police prosecutions me fala garem staka. So this fala training is really good, because now me fala garem manpower. So 21 total, 21 fala police officers now to come train and not become prosecutors. 12 fala from province and 9 fala from Honiara.
Police officers who participated in the training described it as a success, saying they gained new knowledge in advocacy and a better understanding of the law when prosecuting cases in court.
The training has been helpful in so many ways, like every knowledge, side law, legal side, and the court process. Everything where a prosecutor has need for equipped with it, we were learning throughout the training. And and been a very excellent training throughout the 6 weeks. And all the thanks to course facilitators and presenters with him, the main bosses were funding as well, prosecutor qualified course.
So a big mass for completing this course. Feel so happy, so proud. This course in millennium start new things course. So in regards to legal advocacy, this course helps me a lot. I'm prosecuting cases in court and helping me to much using also tool Romina law training this for 6 weeks training and using also tool Romina equipping me law process law taking cases go court. Totok Rumi for every participant when we hold here. Please use them good tool where you be learning 6 weeks here for helping you go local use wisely. Training. Thank you.
The Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, Samson Viulu, has highlighted the need to strengthen the country's rural economic base, saying agriculture plays a key role in achieving that goal. Viulu said the new partnership with Australia under the 3-year Solomon Islands Climate Resilient Agriculture Development Program aims to boost agricultural productivity and resilience across the country.
The strength of base economy country na agriculture, time we talk about the rural economy na also so if you may strengthen him, believe this time is if you may strengthen him rural economic base by me strengthen him too the general economic outlook this fella country as more people look at involved or sisimolo but important economic activities rural areas. So focus this fella sikradiana livestock industry and the cocoa and coconut Solomon Islands and by him focus mostly every rural areas blame me. You may ask that project by every local people blame implementing project management unit blame by him very small unit so that you may not spend him too much money employing people but you may spend him more money for assisting the rural people and communities.
He added that agriculture supports more than 85% of the rural population and remains vital to food security, livelihoods and economic growth. The Honiara City Council has provided an update on its bus service committee, which is working to finalise requirements for the launch of the city's first public bus service. Law Enforcement Director Robert Madeo says establishing a local government-run service is complex, requiring a separate business arm to operate independently but remain accountable to the council.
But council have no drop in it. The council is working on this bus service, whereby city council and by him now operating, no city believe. I'm still on the process yet. Current issue at the moment, as you may look in, especially those of us where you may using public service buses or some transport, our daily transport. So city council, I'm looking that I need to, must reorganize him proper, and by him regulated. Purposely for ensure that people, especially beginning go school, workman too, go arrive on time and convenience traveling public service vehicles and also safety too. Safety and security, what a woman, beginning, all man or everyone. So all those now council him looking that he need for organizing proper, and this one wants him coming to place by him helpful too much.
Honiara City Council and the Bus Service Committee says they are committed to completing all necessary processes to deliver an affordable and reliable bus service for Honiara residents. The Young Entrepreneurs Council Solomon Islands has thanked the government through the Ministry of Agriculture for the success of its revolving fund program for members. So far, 4 YEXI members involved in the agriculture sector have completed the first phase of the program. YEXI coordinator Moses Aunama Jr. says the achievement highlights the importance of the partnership and recognizing young people as entrepreneurs.
Given we are not a financial institution, but having access to through external partners, where OTA sort of support with funding and OSEMA, that's a sort of, I would say, complementary to partnership, where a lot of people come to me for selling, for finance and stuff like that. But Mifal no sort of give him out selling and OSEM. But with this partnership that Mifa got him, I guess with the support that we're really getting too from the government through their ministries and that mifala sort of waka with them. Okatana mifa sort of dream referrals look at a lot of members when mifala and not able for support him, which is something that we have not have access to for quite a while. We have put him a lot of our members struggles level, and I guess that is one reason why membership Blumefa declined too. But to have the share with them help from MAL and other ministries they supporting, like we have a lot of membership traffic coming into our platform, and I guess that's a good thing I would say to see. Also for looking to support the government really invested inside. It's sort of for me fala like hem some that government really consider young people, especially the ones doing entrepreneurship. So that is why we see them investing in such platforms as Blomifala too.
He added that the initiative has been a strong collaboration, showcasing the true potential of the Young Entrepreneurs Council Solomon Islands members working in the agriculture sector, particularly in cocoa and copra production.
We have 14 members inside the agricultural sector, Blomifala, and we have 4 or 5 of them specifically engaged in copra and cocoa. So for us, the priority people where they need to sort of get in touch with that fella support and by those who actually engage lo copra and cocoa. So I think we have 4 recipients already where have access to the support law revolving. Next month, November, will be the month that Bauta start for doing repayment of the revolving funds. So we have, I think 3 of them where do cocoa otlo Gore Canal, and then there's one lo copra where I'm the Western Province. So with the support that they're getting from MAL, it does add value to what they're currently doing. And but again, with them, what to get them, they sort of wanted to have, if they can have more support, especially with them revolving, so that Bahemsa able for make mota garem reach blokata and sort of big datas or whatever, not that to get them, but what they ota take them like ota make them like they're using the money now, and they wanted to have more support so that they can able to help them with rural too for paying more from Mokata and Osem. That's the honest opinion by me, Garem.
Recent reports from Save the Children has highlighted growing concerns over climate change and child malnutrition in the country. The organization says child malnutrition remains a serious issue that requires urgent attention from the government, stakeholders and churches. The report also includes several recommendations calling for immediate action to address the rising rates of child malnutrition.
There are a range of recommendations that the report makes. So, for example, really promoting the use of locally adapted crops that can withstand the climate crisis. This is something that isn't new, but really thinking about how we integrate that with community efforts to increase the uptake. Because one of the things that we're seeing is that communities are moving away from traditional crops that are high in nutrition and really good for children and mothers, and replacing them with a lot of processed foods and other things that are not providing the nutrition that's required. And the fact that the climate crisis is making it more difficult for families to grow this important nutritional food is an issue. So recognizing it's not only, it is critical to have adapted seeds, for example, and improved farming techniques, which I think is pretty well understood, but tying that to the behavior change and the uptake that's required is an example among many that need to be factored in as we are responding to this crisis.
Moving on now to regional news, a political showdown is brewing in Vanuatu over constitutional rights and parliamentary privilege. The opposition has filed an urgent Supreme Court challenge against recent constitutional amendments. The changes approved by voters last year aim to curb political instability by stopping party hopping and requiring independent members of parliament to join political parties. But opposition MPs argue the amendments restrict democracy and undermine their rights as elected representatives. Cases of dengue in American Samoa have reached 288. This was the update as of Sunday, the 19th of October. The territory's Department of Health said most cases have recovered. People are asked to remove containers with standing water and use mosquito repellent.